Good evening, everybody. Welcome to At Ron's Talking on YouTube, of course. Thanks for taking a look at my video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Throw me some likes and comments. Definitely welcome all of them. As you can see, the shop's open. I'm here. You guys are there, somewhere, everywhere, anywhere. But I'm sure you can take the time to just check me out for a minute. Got a few things to talk about today. As you can see, I got a big crowd of people behind me, about as many people as a Trump rally. So, hey, I'm in the game too, and I can boast about my crowd size just like him, but, I choose not to do that because I got more class and got more intelligence, but I'm biased. Anyway, welcome to the show again. And we got a lot of things to talk about. We only got 1 week left. One solitary week before Election Day. And I'm thinking, well, I've been thinking this for a long time. As a matter of fact, Kamala Harris is going to be our next president. The contrasts are very, very stark, and they couldn't be more pronounced. When you take a look at Trump's abysmal shit show of a convention, rally, whatever you want to call that gathering in Madison Square Garden, which to me was a shame that they even hosted that clown and his group of ghouls and goblins and misfits and miscreants to just come on stage and just showcase all their rhetoric, rage, anger, and racism. But those are the kind of people that gravitate to Trump. Those are the people that Trump's campaign always solicits and looks for them to show up because that's their kind of people. Racist to the core. And a lot of them have their own ulterior motives. Of course, we know that. Some of them, they're in it just to get some publicity. Some of them are in it just to get some more relevancy, like Rudy Giuliani. He's always looking to be relevant, and he's a washed up, trashed has-been. Then you have some others like Hulk Hogan, who's still having a difficult time trying to find some tearaway t-shirts because he's too old and feeble and flabby to tear any of those items that he puts on that he calls apparel. Always trying to show that he's so strong and everything. Man, those days are long gone. Mr. Hogan, I just got a little advice for you. I'm sure some other people do as well. Man, you're through. I mean, you're done, man. Look, those glory days are like anything else in life. They've expired. Time's up, bro. You ain't intimidating nobody anymore. The only people you could probably body slam, you always talk about wanting to body slam Kamala. Why don't you body slam some of those people that's your size? Probably because you too out of shape to do anything like that anymore. So, man, just go away. Just go slither somewhere to a bar or somewhere else. Just get out of here. We don't want to see you no more. Your racist ass. People don't remember or don't know or aren't aware of your racist comments about your own daughter dating a black guy when you were dropping all those N-words about her boyfriend. You're a racist, dude. Plain and simple. And some other rats who came up there to the podium like Tucker Carlson, he wants to talk about VP Harris's IQ. You so smart, that's why you got fired from Fox, and you still must be dealing with some sort of dementia when you want to talk about her IQ. What kind of credentials do you have in life? Other than being a blabbermouth and big mouth and bigoted talk show host, allegedly. I mean, come on, man. You going the same route as Rudy has already been. He's already irrelevant, and you heading that way too. You might be at an accelerated pace the way you're going, but you know, just keep on hanging around the Trump orbit. You're gonna find your butt in jail. You're gonna be taking Steve Bannon's place. He just got released today, and he's already chirping. Feet just hit the pavement. Heels ain't even cooled yet. He's run his mouth already. But you know, we can expect that from him because all he's doing is itching to go back in because he got a court date come up in December. So they might keep that bunk warm for him. And then there were so many others that stepped up to the plate, especially that dumb comedian who wanted to, light that firestorm about Puerto Rico. Bad move. Bad move, MAGA. Bad move, Trump. But, you guys are used to that. Fucking up is y'all middle name. So, let me just talk a little bit about the comparisons of the two camps right now. You got Kamala Harris discussing the future of America, talking about positive things, laying out her plan, mapping it out, letting people know what she plans on doing on day one. What does Trump talk about? Nothing. Nothing relevant. Same old mindless drivel about getting revenge and wanting to talk about Harris and how he got the nerve, he got the audacity to talk about she needs to be admonished for swearing. Okay, come on. Excuse me, folks. Donald Trump is so utterly ridiculous. It's like the dude, they keep talking about there's something wrong with him, and he's going through dementia and all kind of stuff like that. And it makes you really think that something's really going on inside what's left of his brain. For him to talk about Kamala Harris should be admonished for using a curse word. This dude, according to records, he didn't curse 1,787 times in 2024 alone. Now, whoever's taking those stats and keeping those numbers together, hey, I salute you because, I used it tonight. It's useful, but man, that'd be kind of boring to keep track of how many times he didn't curse. It's definitely going to keep you busy, keep you counting because he's the... But again, it's just mind-boggling how he would bring up something like that. But again, he's desperate. And you can believe it. Little stupid, petty stuff like that. That's just like him right now because the man knows he's in trouble. He's on the verge of getting his butt burnt by Kamala Harris. And he ain't really liking it. Believe me. So, let me see. What else has been going on with my guy? Because he been in so much stuff lately, especially last few days. But, that shit show in Madison Square Garden, I got to bring it up again because how can you be that dumb as a presidential candidate to not know what a comedian or anybody else is going to say that's possibly going to deep six your run? A week out, and you got this knucklehead who thinks he's at the Improv again. Some virtually, to me, an unknown comedian. I love my comedy now. I don't know about this dude. Now, granted, I don't know about a lot of comedians out there. But this guy, he's going to get up on the stage and disparage a huge voting block? What in the hell was his campaign? Well, I don't even know. I'm asking myself those questions. Obviously, they weren't thinking because any nut would have vetted him before he got on stage and made sure that he wasn't going to say anything incendiary. But this guy came in like a arsonist, a flamethrower. Man, It was gasoline on the floor, and he was throwing Molotov cocktails at it. Just, hey, I don't know. Let's see. Well, he got this one dude, a Republican politician who was caught on camera stealing election ballots while testing voting machines. Maybe that guy is somebody Trump and his crack experts should be talking to and checking out. He one of y'all. You know, I ain't even gonna go into the details because the dude is a piece of you know what. So, and he happens to be, full disclosure, from my home state of Indiana. We got him there too, so I'm owning up to it. Well, Indiana's a hotbed for the Klan anyway, so maybe that's why I'm in Arizona. But hell, I might went from the frying pan to the fire, because not only is it hot out here temperature-wise, there's a lot of those other right-wing nuts out here in full force. But anyway, I'm in crib right now, so I'm hoping I'm safe right now. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's move on. Oh, got a Nikki Haley sighting. She's up there trashing the Trump campaign. It's funny how people like Nikki and Trump like that too. All those people on that side of the fence, they love to go back and forth, praising each other, bashing each other, supporting each other, denouncing each other. That's all they do. Just go around in circles like a bunch of dogs chasing each other's tails. And she's still, they claim she's waiting on Trump to call her to get her to get up on stage and give a full-throated endorsement of him. And Trump's too stupid to utilize her as a resource or a tool because, number one, he ain't too much down with women unless he trying to screw them. And then number two, he don't like her because she was an opponent. So, he carries grudges no matter what, even if he can help himself. He's too vain and too egotistical to go to her because that would be a sign of him seeking help. And we know he needs help up here and campaign-wise and everywhere else. But now, he ain't going to never lower himself in his mind to ask Nikki to come on board and help him out. Now, he feel like he don't need her help. He might not. But I guess at the November the 5th, we'll never know. But old Miss Haley, she is such a flip-flopper that, in a way, I don't blame Trump for not wanting her on this team. Cause she's a backstabber and a sabotager, just like him. You know how it is. They both the same, so they're going to cancel each other out anyway. So I'm glad the drama is still ongoing with her and him. Let's move on to another bird brain, Betsy DeVos. Miss Pinocchio, she resigned after January 6th because she knew the heat was getting too hot because she got herself embroiled into a cabinet and an administration that was just full of nuts and crackpots. She was one of them. She just didn't realize it herself until it started getting hot. It was time for all those rats to start deserting and diving off that sinking ship. Hell, all you saw was tails and hind legs. They were flying off the damn Jolly Roger because they had hoisted the flag and it was slowly sinking. Well, Miss DeVos, being a true knucklehead and devotee of Mr. Trump, she on the back end, behind the scenes, pumping big money until Elon Musk's little super PAC that's, pro-Trump. But, Trump, in his infinite wisdom, elected her or nominated her and put her as the head of the Department of Education. And she's just showing just how intelligent she is still. Dumb as a rock. You can't teach some of these old dogs new tricks. You just can't. So why even bother? Well, I guess she's hoping that Trump's going to win, so he'll reconsider and throw her back into position somewhere. But hey, these people are just nuts. They just don't believe that he ain't worth it. They don't believe it. Now Trump crying about empty seats at some of his rallies and stuff. And, uh, look, he talking about people leaving early, but he always wants to complain and then talk about his rallies are so big, but he knows the truth. People are getting bored, and they leave early. They come because they got to pay homage to their Messiah, but they like anybody else. They hungry. I heard the one there, one of his rallies, all his supporters were complaining about there were no porta potties out there. Might have been an MSG. Yeah, they were crying and complaining about there wasn't no place for them to pee. They had to pee in cups and stuff like that. Why didn't they make provisions for us to have porta potties out here? We've been standing here for hours and stuff, and we can't use the bathroom. And blah. Should have kept your ass at home. If you got a toilet at the crib, could have been flushing all night. But now you decide you want to go see this lying lunatic, so you got just what you deserve. You know? Toast to all you knuckleheads who went through that, because you followed your pappy, and that's what you got out the deal. He got your money, got your time, and you end up peeing in a cup. And some of you, if you had to do the number 2, hope you bought a large size one. But that was y'all problem. Oh, moving on here, we got a Republican lawmaker who, true to Republican mindset, and is their mantra. He choked his wife. Tried to choke her out for about 20 seconds. He said. After he got caught red-handed with his mistress. Right now he's a Republican lawmaker. He's running for re-election, but things looking kind of bleak right now for you, bro. I don't know. And he turned himself in finally after he choked his old lady out. The party of virtue, the Republicans. Go MAGA. His ass locked up right now, so he ain't really got no explaining to do. He just got to, if he got an offer somewhere, he got to clean it out pretty soon, probably after November 5th. So here we got also another claim jumper, flip-flopper, gymnastic individual par excellence, which is one Harris Faulkner from Fox. And I say Fox because almost everything they say is false. Anyway, Harris, she took the bold step of fact-checking on Trump after his press conference when he was lying again about the election. You know, she said, well, he may feel a certain way about, how the election went. Bottom line was, he lost. Harris just went on and ran it down, said that, hey, Joe Biden was declared the winner with 51% of the votes. The state certified those results of the 2020 election, and Congress accepted those results. So she just basically just slid that little information to Trump to let him know. We always, carrying your water for you all the time. Sometimes that shit gets heavy. So, we got to keep what little shred of integrity we have. Because if you don't win, we got to carry on with our jobs. And we don't know what you're going to do. But if you win, we're gonna clean up everything that we said that you deem is disparaging, because, we got to continue playing the game. But for right now, we trying to cover all sides and make sure that the things that we say are journalistically prudent. So I know Trump, he's gonna probably blast Fox tomorrow on his social media post. But hey, we know we're gonna expect that. But I tell you what, it's gonna be rough for the Republican Party, and especially Mr. Trump, because they in bad shape right now. I'm tell you, after that that comedian, he talked about those Puerto Ricans, and Trump ain't got no good history with the Puerto Ricans anyway. After Hurricane Maria, uh, and they already talked to some of the leaders in the Puerto Rican voting bloc and some of their political leaders, and they're already saying um, it's too late. He said Trump didn't try to do anything to distance himself from the comments made by that comedian and other people. And so they said he had Sunday, Monday, today's Tuesday. He still ain't done it, but he's supposed to be meeting with some Puerto Rican group of people, I guess to try to, in his way, clean things up a little bit. But the voters have already spoken. They already said, it's a wrap. It's too late. What he said was what he meant as far as they're concerned. So he'll hear from them on election day. Last but not least, Candace Owens, the black sister that wants to be white, and the MAGA, I guess, maven extraordinaire. She just loves her some Trump and the conservative movement, and she don't identify with being black because she's salty and shitty that she ain't white. Well, she just got some bad news from Australia. And they don't want her black ass either. Candace was trying to go to Australia, and they blocked her from entering the country because they said she's a problem, and she poses a threat to public order. That's fucked up, When you can't even travel to a country and they banning your ass like you a terrorist. I mean, come on, man. Australia? I could see if Russia didn't want you. Or shit, maybe even Venezuela, Mexico, something. But Australia, I thought they were pretty neutral when it came to stuff like that. They told her ass, we don't even want you. They don't want you in the United States. Well, we don't want you either. So don't even show up. Don't pack your grip. You ain't getting in. Damn, that's strong. That's strong. But I don't know. Maybe she can talk to her Fuhrer, Mr. Trump. Maybe he can swing some negotiations and deals with the Australian consulate or something. They can make amends, make an exception to let her slide. I don't know, but she's supposed to be. She thought she's gonna be going there to speak at an engagement, and she was gonna have a little speaking tour, but they shut that down. Yeah, they said she done downplayed the impact of the Holocaust with all kind of comments about Muslims, talking about they started slavery, and they said, "Nah, we don't want none of her shit. And you leave that shit back in the States, y'all keep her. We don't have no plans for her. She gets nothing here." So that's messed up. But it couldn't happen to a nicer woman. Oh, Candace. Now let her process that and explain that on her little podcast. So, anyway. Well, folks, there's a lot of stuff happening, and the stuff's accelerating at rapid speed right now, almost at warp speed, because we're hurtling towards this election. I know a lot of people are kind of anxiety stricken. A lot of people's arteries are getting tightened up, hearts are palpitating, all kind of stuff is going on right now with the American psyche, but it's going to come. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. So just gear yourself up for a very eventful night on November the 5th. It's going to be heart-pounding, exciting, nerve-wracking, just like it was in 2020, but I think with a little bit more of a degree of anxiety on this one. This is the big one. Make no mistake about it. I'm ready for it though, because I believe Kamala's going to prevail. I see the Republicans, they're ratcheting up all kind of efforts on the legislative side at the state levels, trying to figure out what they're going to do, what they can do. Trump and his people already tipped their hands at the MSG convention when they already let it out. Trump already said, old Squeaker Johnson at the House, they got a secret going on. So they already plotting, folks. Everybody know they plotting. The question is, what are they trying to accomplish? Now, some people might know. I don't. I'll be honest. I don't know what they're trying to do. I just know they're doing something. And somebody better look into it. And at the same time, the safeguards and things are in place now to keep from a lot of old fuckery going on with manipulating the ballots and mess with things at the polling stations. The Republicans, you best believe they own to something, and they trying to initiate something, and there ain't no mistake about it. See, Trump didn't say those words he said at that convention just for the hell of it. Now he's a snake, and he's sneaky as hell, but I believe old Squeaker Johnson and him, they planning something. Not saying it's gonna work, but they ain't sitting on their hands and not trying to do something all around the country. So everybody better be on their P's and Q's and stay awake, stay on it, because there's some chicanery going on. So anyway, want to run it down to you folks today with a few little tidbits, morsels of information. Subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think about it. I'm going to keep on bringing, like I told you months ago, and I'm just going to stay at it because Kamala's trying to do her thing. This is a way for me to, throw my little 2 cents worth in. And yes, I've already voted. I did my stuff a week ago. My stuff been in the wind. So ain't going to be no doubt who I'm going with up and down the ballot. The big D. So everybody have a great afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time zone you're in. Make it a great day for yourselves. And Ron will be talking to you soon. As usual, I'm